money blocks. That's okay for you?
Anywhere is
Anyway,
fine.
okay.
Yeah, really. J'ai juste choisi first one that came. I like them all actually. I really like them, but
Yeah.
we can go anywhere you want
But why did you choose this one?
because it was the first one on your list.
Okay. Why not? Okay, so I wanted to talk about money blocks.
Okay,
Okay, Jessa.
okay, let's do it.
First of all,
Yes,
can you explain to me a little bit
yes,
what, for you,
yes.
what are money blocks?
That's a really good. Okay, so for me, what are money? I actually don't think about money blocks anymore, simply because, like, I feel like for the longest time in the past, for me, I thought about money blocks as if it's something that can keep me from receiving money, and I spent so much time trying to remove these blocks, uh, and I feel like a lot of the times people think about it that way. It's like I do have a block, and it's because I do have this block that I'm not receiving money, and really spending so much time, like attaining or like like taking care of. If I don't remove this block, then I will not receive money, right? And so for me, like when I think about it now, I feel like that's how most people look at it. And that's how I looked at it in the past as well. It's like I am not receiving money. I must have some sort of money block. Yeah.
Or limiting beliefs
Yeah,
or
yeah, that too. Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah.
so for you, from what I understand, does money blocks even exist? Or
I think it's a matter of perspective. Yeah, like you can look at it from that perspective. But I'm almost like allergic to like almost like it ticks me off whenever somebody comes to me like money block. I'm like, that's such a waste of time for me. This is my perspective. Do they exist? Yeah, of course. It's like of course money blocks exist, right? But like I don't want to spend a lot of time trying to remove the blocks.
but what? Because that's interesting.
Yeah,
Because I was like, okay, so if you don't take waste time to
yeah,
to remove them,
yeah.
but you said, but they exist.
They exist. Yeah,
So
it's confusing.
yeah,
I know. So I look at it from a different perspective. Money blocks exist, and I look at it from the perspective of energy, right? Like what we focus on, we create more of that. So if I focus on removing money blocks, then like when I did that, like at the beginning, it's like I did all these things. Was like when was your first money memory? Like all these things, right? And every time I focus on that, I always come up with another money block, yet another money block, yet there's never an end. It never ends, right? So, like now, instead of that, what I actually came to realize, I heard somebody say something one time ago, a long time ago, and he said something like, actually, the fact of the matter is, as much as we want money, as much as we need money, we actually have to like money.
you don't think we like money, or most of people like
I
money?
I think most of people truly I think most people don't like money.
Really?
Yes. I think most people want money. I think most people need money. I think most people, because we have so many preconceived ideas about money, most people don't like money. I didn't like money.
Really?
Yes. I know to you it sounds really like we come from different perspective. But like for me, like what I say about that is like, for example, when we say like people who have money are bad people,
True.
right? Or like when I used to say things like there's no amount of money that will make me do XYZ.
Mm.
That's I don't like money. It's like I started looking at money like actually it's another concept that made me really shift. Like the concept was like if money was somebody you are in a relationship with, right? and then you talk about that person, or you talk about, like if you talked about that person the way you talk about money, will that person stay around? You know,
And what was the answer?
for me it was no.
No, she will leave. Okay.
For me, it was like, no, it wouldn't, because I blamed money. Because of money, I'm not doing XYZ. Or I had a lot of anxiety around money. It's because of money that I'm anxious. Or
I see.
I had a lot of sorrow or guilt. It's like, or like a lot of, when is money coming? Anyways, when are you coming? When are you coming? Are you here yet?
Mm.
Kind of like that. Right. So I really started looking at it from the perspective of, okay, so if I am in a relationship with money, right, and if I treat money the way that, if I treated somebody I'm in a relationship with the way that I treat money, then will money stay around? And
That's
so,
really interesting.
yeah.
Mm.
So for me, it became, instead of spending so much time trying to remove blocks, it became, how about I actually create a beautiful relationship with the energy of money, right? And so I really started, it's weird, it can sound really, really weird, right? And I started having kind of like even conversations with money. All right, it's like, hey, can money, do we do this? Can we do this? I actually want to do this, instead of blaming money. Like when I have a vision, when I have a goal, when I'm like, okay, I actually want to do this. And then there's money involved. And I'm like, okay, so money, I really want to do this. How about we do that?
I love that idea.
Yeah. And then money comes because money wants to play with me.
And
Yeah.
if sometimes money don't come, like it's okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
It doesn't come yet. But also the relationship is, can I trust money?
It makes me think like
Yeah.
the way I don't. Do you believe in God?
I do.
Okay.
I do believe in a creator. I try not to use the word God so much because we have a lot of build up around it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it makes me think about some people that they have relationship conversation with God.
Hmm.
Same way, like, hey, God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blah,
Same
blah, blah.
thing. Yeah.
Same.
I even think about money like this one is even more like a more recent development for me. Like I started looking at money as really like money is made of the same stuff that I am made of. Like if I'm like I look at it from as a human being, like I'm physical, right? And I'm also a spiritual being. But like at the source of it, I'm kind of like a temporary expression of cosmic energy on the planet Earth. Money is also a temporary expression of money on the planet Earth. So I am actually made of the same stuff as money. So if I hate money, that means that a part of me hates myself.
That's the first time I look
Hear
at
it
it
that
that way.
way?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's really interesting because, yeah, talk to me a little bit about but because you repeat that the energy of money.
Yeah.
Can you talk a bit about that? What is it? What's in money energy? What's energy?
What energy? How do I even explain this? It's kind of like concept. For me, I really speak in terms of energy a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We have our own energy, like internal energy,
Okay.
right? And we also have energy, like cosmic energy, energy with energy that is the source of everything, right? Even when we talk about, I don't like talking about that too, like the quantum field, for example. It's just energy, right? It's just energy.
Okay.
Everything is just energy, right? And when I say it's made of the same stuff as I am, it's like energy came into this body, and because there's that energy inside of this body, there's life in this body, right? And it's the same stuff that everything else is made of.
Yeah, but money
Yes.
was created by human,
Yes.
like same as a
Same
table.
as a table.
Yeah,
Yeah. And the table is also made of energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that.
What about it?
like, because for you, I see like that's logic. Even like, yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
just
logic.
yeah.
Like,
It's even like even in physics, and even the table is made of energy.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah, but money is like paper or numbers on a screen or a credit card.
that's true. You're going to make
No, but just to
yeah.
because I'm when you that's the first time I hear you like talk about that, and
Yeah,
I feel it's very playful,
it is
very
very playful for me now.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah. So I
yeah,
want to like deep dive in it,
yeah,
like yeah. I feel like there is something important, but I want like study
yeah.
it.
Okay, well, let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see. Yeah,
So it's very interesting.
yeah.
So you talk you talk to money every day, like
I talk to money whenever I choose to talk to money. Yeah,
okay.
even like give money a mission in my life now. It's like okay, because to me, yes, I said money is made of the same stuff as we are, as I am, but also beyond that, there's a consciousness behind it. It's like money. Okay, I don't know anything about the consciousness of money. I feel like money is very neutral,
Mm,
and whoever uses money makes money what it is, you know. And so, um, I don't know where I was going with this story.
I don't know. We'll find out. But I
Yeah,
want to come back to
yeah.
something you said. You said um, people with money are bad people.
No, I said sometimes
Yeah.
people say that. Yeah,
Yes. But so you yourself, you
yeah.
don't think like bad people, like money is only for bad people or
No,
okay.
that's very sad. I used to believe that. I
Okay.
feel like we grew up with lots of stories like that. You know, like even when you think about like movies now, it's changed a lot now. Like in movies, for example, the villain is always the person who has, you know, like the person who's poor is the most like kind-hearted and sweet and pure and all the things, and then the villain is the person who has, you know, the most money. I feel like we need to start seeing, you know, more because there are people who have money who do really good things with them with their money, and
Yeah, but
yeah,
you have example. I mean, like most of people will say, "Oh yeah, but look at the 10 richest men in the
yeah,
world. They are doing really bad stuff. They are bad people, blah, blah, blah." So
yeah.
it's always, what do you answer? Like,
I think there's a few things about that. Even when we say the 10 richest people in the world are doing bad things, I think a lot of the times we just reflect. Do we know for sure that they're doing bad things with their money? Because they may be doing things that we don't know, right? So that's a lot of assumption sometimes. We don't know for sure that they're doing bad things. We don't know for sure that they're not doing things that we don't know about,
mm,
right?
right. Yeah.
Uh, and, you know, like, give me the proof. I mean,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. So for you, it's not like, okay.
And if it's true, then it's time for us to change it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Become even richer than them.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, instead of us, I see that very much in the spirituality driven community. Instead of us blaming, oh, they have money, so they're evil, why don't you just take your power back, make the money, and do the good that you feel like you want to do with the money in the world? Plus, like, even flying here, I heard that, what's his name? Jeff Bezos' ex wife, like what she's doing with her money now. Did you hear? Did you see
Mhm.
it? Like she's incredible. Like she's like using her money for really like good causes. You know?
Basically, she give it
Yeah,
away.
she's donating.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty much
Right.
right.
Yeah, but that's a woman. So people will say, yeah, woman with money, blah, blah, blah.
Nah, that's a whole other story.
What do you think? What's your take on that?
Ah, there are also men with good hearts. Yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
that's misconception or limiting belief,
Well,
maybe?
that's the. I mean, if you look at the data, that's what we have, right? But it doesn't mean that there aren't some men who, yeah.
Correct. But you personally, what did you make you shift? Like, what? Because now it's playful. Before you hated money. Like,
Yeah. Hated is a strong word.
yeah, but you
I
didn't like
didn't like
you
money.
didn't like it. So what
I
did you do?
needed money a lot. I needed money. I wanted money. Yeah. But I felt very powerless. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So how did you claim back your power? Maybe.
How did I claim? Actually, that's what I was saying earlier. Instead of trying to remove, at first I tried to remove blocks,
Yeah.
right, and kind of worked a little. I focused on that. I worked a little bit, and then like yet another block, yet another block, yet another block, and then something became very very important to me. Actually, that's what changed for me, and this is what I talk about all the time for myself everywhere. Like it's like I started having something like kind of like a vision for myself in my life, right? And then instead of focusing on like removing money blocks, I really focused on like where am I headed? What do I want? Right? But the more I focused on that, the more like literally all the blocks naturally fell. I didn't have to focus on the blocks, but these blocks naturally started dropping because I was focusing on where am I headed? What do I want? And then like what I started doing is whenever I was focusing on whatever vision I have for any time, then I have to be honest with myself and watch myself and see what are the emotions that are coming up. What are the thoughts that are coming up in my mind? Are these thoughts true? It's like are these thoughts like I really compare it a lot to like I feel like we have our conditioned self, and then we have like inside of us at the same time we have this like untainted
Mm.
part of who we are, like very pure part of who we are. And we can try to remove blocks, we can try to really focus on like fixing this part of who we are, or we can decide I actually want to really grow this other part of who I am, right? The pure, like quote unquote pure, like really like that connection to the divine or to the source of like can I grow that force, that power inside of me, right? And the more I focus on that, naturally this other part, really the misconception, the limiting, like naturally they just fall, naturally they fell apart, right?
What you say is really spiritual and
Mm-hmm.
also really focused also and also very in the matter, in the doing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so how do you do that? Because from what I see, usually people are just in the spiritual or just in the matter, doing.
Yes.
So from what I see with you, it's a combination.
Yes.
So did you do that like consciously or it just happened?
I think both.
Okay. I have no answer.
I think both. I think I actually like I have a spiritual teacher, and
Okay.
his thing is like he's always like before like I anyways like I got an opportunity to work with him like privately for a while for about a year, and every time I'll get on a call with him, like his thing is, what is your vision? He used to mess me up like, do we really want to go there again? It's like I don't want, because I used to have a thing about like vision. It's like it's either you have a vision and then you fail and then you feel bad about yourself, or you just like go around and like, which is the easier part is don't think about it.
Mm.
Just live it. Life will happen accidentally. And the whole point of this is that when you focus on a vision and when you really choose your vision like fully and completely, usually if you have that vision in your heart, it's because like something inside of you is calling you for it. for the purpose of your own growth,
Mm.
your own spiritual growth, your own spiritual expansion, right? And you can either ignore it or you can be like, I'm going to go for it. But the thing is, when you go for it, you have to face yourself. You have to face your own challenges. You have to face your own limitations. You have to feel like the moment, and I see this all the time. It happens all the time. Whenever I have a new vision, right, and something I've never done before, and it's not just having the vision. The moment that I start taking action, like showing off with the vision, it's sometimes feels like the sky is about to fall. It's like everything, a lot of things break
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah.
And then in the past, part of me will be like, oh, maybe this is not meant for me. Maybe God doesn't want this for me. The universe doesn't want this for me. Whatever story we tell ourselves. But in reality, if we're willing to really face our own, like, what's happening here? Like, why am I feeling this way, or why is this happening? Right? Like, if the thing is the vision, what am I learning here towards my vision? What is it that, do you see what I mean? So
Yeah, and sometimes
yeah,
also we don't want to break things. Like we don't want things to break. We
yes,
don't want, like, we are like, I love my life. Yes, I'm
yeah,
like feeling
yeah,
something else, but
yes, comfortable.
yeah,
Yeah, it feels very
I
comfortable
don't
here.
want everything to
Yeah.
fall apart.
I now, it's funny thing is now, like, I actually break things intentionally in my life now. Like, seriously. When everything is like this, it feels so boring to me. Like,
Yeah,
it really does. Like, for me, yeah.
but I have a question. Because you say, okay, I break things in my life.
Intentionally, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but some people can say you're self-sabotaging, or
No, when I say I break things in my life, it's not it's like, okay, so let's say for example, I've done something like I've done, like in business, for example, like I focus on something and then I created it,
Mhm.
right? And then what's the point of creating the same exact thing over and over again? Like, there's no point in, do you understand? It's like,
Making
it,
money.
yeah, but I can make money, right? But like, if for me personally, if it's the exact same thing and there's no growth,
Mm.
even if money is growing, I start feeling a little bit
Mm.
like, it's like, I look at, you can look at it from the perspective of spirituality, even. Like, for me, I look at it as my soul wants to feel alive all the time. And for my soul to feel alive, it wants to challenge itself all the time. Like, my soul doesn't just want to, my physical self wants to stay comfortable.
Mm.
Yeah, my human self wants to be comfortable. That's for sure, right? My human self was like, okay, well, let's not do this thing. Let's not break anything. But my soul part of me wants to be like, it's continuous growth all the time. It wants to grow. So when, for example, for me, even in business, for example, when still starts saying like this, like, it doesn't grow, it's because, like, I'm not challenging myself. Right?
So sometimes
Yeah.
we feel like, bored, or it's much more than bored. It's
Yeah.
like you said,
Yeah. For me, bored means my soul is sleeping.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah. My soul is sleeping and my soul wants to wake up. And actually, I feel like often, here's another perspective for me. It's like, if sometimes, like, you're feeling bored, or like your soul is feeling sleepy, and then you're not paying attention, I feel, my perspective is, then your soul will actually make you wake up.
Mm. So it will break things
It
for
will
you.
break.
Like, hey,
Yeah,
wake up, baby.
wake up. Exactly. That's how I look at it. Like, wake up. I think you're sleeping here. Yeah. Yeah.
It's really interesting. And I have a last question. Can you make more money if your soul is, or when your soul is sleeping? Like, meaning, if you're,
There's plenty of people who make more money with their soul sleeping.
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
So that's not connected.
No, I don't think so. There's plenty. You were saying earlier the 10, let's assume,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
10
Riches.
richest people. Like, this is an assumption, okay? That they are not, yeah. I feel like when somebody's soul is, these are just words, right? Soul is alive. They really care about themselves and they care about other people around them. They just don't care about just themselves,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I feel like for me in my mind and even other places, it's like when, like, if my soul is alive, my soul is connected to other people's soul. So we want the best for other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just for me, it's for me and for others, right? Good for me and good for others. And so, like, there's plenty of people who have tons of money who I feel like it has no relation, right? I think creativity, it's just like where you focus your mind or you focus your energy, you can create.
Okay, because why I was
Yeah,
asking this question is because we can see online
yeah.
some people say you have to be spiritual to manifest. You have to be more to grow.
As in my opinion, it's a lie. It's just a lie. No, because it's just where you focus your mind, where you focus your energy, where you focus your action, you create. Those two have nothing to do with it. Any, it's like, and then there is plenty of spiritual people who have no idea how to create effectively, how to use their energy
Mhm.
for creation, for even making money and all these things. They have nothing to do with each other. But it's like a question of what do you want? Do you want, like, you can have both, right? And for me, the way that I look at it, I think for me, how it's worked so far is, again, like what I said earlier, like, because I have a mission, like when the moment I started having a mission for money in my life, it made sense. If I didn't, then, like,
Okay. And
yeah,
what's your
I
mission?
cannot tell you.
That's a secret. Oh, okay. We'll end with that. My money mission is a secret.
My money mission is a secret. Only I know.